Hi guys, in this video I'm going to have a look at this starter set and talk about my new side project.
Scruffy Crow.
Okay, this arrived for me in the post today. This is a Gallic starter army for Mortem Gloriam. So a couple of people I know have started the 15mm Ancients, including Jonny over at Jonny Watson Wargame. And you can see a video linked in the description of me opening a box very similar to this. And he has roped me in with yet another game rule set, and actually yet another scale, because it's his fault I'm painting 6mm epic at the moment. But I've always wanted to start some sort of Celt army, and the 15mm scale doesn't necessarily put me off, because I've looked at some other little bits and pieces of 15mm before. I'd rather do fantasy, but I think these guys are about as close as I'm going to get while doing ancients. So let's have a look what's in this box. This is ultra cast material. So as you can see from this list here, there is quite a number of models in this box, made out of this ultra cast plastic, which are copied from these Corvus Belli models, which I can't seem to find the original metal models. So if you've got a link to that, stick that in the description for me. But yeah, quite a nice box. Looks like a proper model kit. So inside we have one big old sack of minis. And the first thing that I noticed was the smell. They've got a weird, I don't know, plasticine-y type smell. So we've got, as the box tells me, we've got 6 cavalry, 18 cavalry altogether, and then just a whole bunch of infantry. So all the horses and riders are separate, I've noticed. These, I believe, are the javelins, and these appear to be kids. Just random sprue. They're completely different to everything else. There's also a strip of slingers here, which are also kind of different to all the rest of the troops. And then the infantry is mixed between sort of noble, and then the infantry there's 21 noble infantry and 42 warrior infantry. I'm not entirely sure how I can tell the nobles, but I think these are them. So they've got helmets and full shirts. They've also, on the most part, got swords. Some pretty cool sort of Celt hairstyles going on here. This will be the command sprues, I imagine. You've got a guy there in sort of full fancy armour and a horn. It's pretty cool. So I'm still having trouble picking out which ones are the nobles and which ones are just the regular infantry. I guess I can figure it out by number when I get down to it. There are some guys that are fully nude. This guy is holding a severed head. Oh, here's a mounted command unit. Okay, so my thoughts on the minis then. Some of them are very highly detailed. I mean, this guy you can see right down to his sort of shirt lace holes and all this fabric there. But as you can see, these guys have got some mould lines that are going to need clearing up. But yeah, we've got some quite detailed faces and hairstyles on some of these fellas. But then we've got other models where the faces are a lot less defined. We've certainly got a bit of a smooth nose problem on some of them. And then we've got some sprues where the mould alignment is obviously not being great. So we've got really bad mould lines on a couple of these. So yeah, that's the mould alignment that's caused that. So yeah, but for the price and for the amount of minis I've got, I can't really complain. So the detail is, I think, for 15mm is going to be quite interesting to paint. There's quite a lot there. Another thing I wanted to look at was, because I'm a fantasy gamer and I've picked up some cobblestone castings 15mm barbarians before, was how they would scale. So here is a sort of horse and rider of a horse, and scale wise they are spot on. I am happy with that. So if I did want to add some sort of more almost fantasy-esque units in, I feel like I could get away with that. Or even have some cobblestone barbarians in with my Celts. I've also got a couple of other random 15mm models that I was just using to practice sculpted to 15mm. So I don't remember what manufacturer these are from, but once again, they scale perfectly well with these guys. So they are a solid 15mm when compared to a couple of other manufacturers. The last thing I'm going to look at is going to be the material. So I've had a bit of a prod and a poke with this stuff since they arrived. And one thing I did notice is that it is very flexible. This is sort of the sprue runner, and this is going all the way around. You can bend it more than 90 degrees and it comes back on itself. Which suggests to me these guys are very durable. And in some ways it's better than metal, because with a metal banner, obviously that's quite soft metal. That's going to bend all over the place. Whereas these guys, that is very flexible. However, I'm not as worried about it snapping off, disappearing forever. Whereas if that was also like polystyrene, like hard plastic, I'd be a lot more worried about that snapping and bending away. So I'm going to have a bit of an experiment cleaning up some mould lines. I've got these guys, they've got some pretty bad examples here. I've already got a feeling that the file's not going to work. However, scraping does work, which is something that doesn't work with, for instance, Reaper Bones. This does respond to being scraped. And this knife could do with being a bit sharper, but it does slice quite well and smoothly. So I think the mould lines are going to have to be sliced off rather than scraped on the most part. But scraping does work. Let's see how they respond to being filed. Oh, look at that, surprisingly well. So it's not really gone furry or anything. So I wanted to file down his base. What it actually reminds me of is filing down green stuff. So yeah, actually that works. So actually, I'm quite happy with the material. So it's definitely durable. It's holding a good level of detail. And apparently it's cheap enough that they can offer this box set for a pretty good price. I haven't actually got any bases, and annoyingly none come in the box, which I think they're missing a trick there. But I have found out what size bases I need, and I've put in an order from War Bases for some of them. So I won't be spending an awful lot of time on this army, and I probably won't be expanding it much beyond what's on this table already. But there'll definitely be a couple of videos of me getting these guys painted up, and then I have at least 2 or 3 terrain 15mm Celtic terrain ideas as well, which I'm actually more excited about than the figures themselves, I think. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this is going to be more of a side project, but please let me know if people are interested in historical stuff or 15mm or both. Stay tuned if you want to see more of it. And that's all for this video. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments. Maybe subscribe for more. And as ever, thanks for watching. Bye.